Gaming Empire Memory Lane.
Get ready!
Right, today we're going to be playing the Sega Master System. That control can only mean one thing. We're playing the Sega Master System.
Get ready!
The Sega Master System released in 1985 in Japan as Sega Mark III, and released in 1986 in North America and 1987 in Europe. The Sega Master System was most popular in Europe and Brazil. Over 300 games released on the Sega Master System, and 158 of those games were exclusively in Europe. The Sega Master System used both cartridges and Sega cards for software. The Sega Master System is region-free, allowing Americans to play European exclusives. The Sega Master System even had a selection of 3D games way ahead of its time. Now prepare yourself, what game will we be playing today on the Sega Master System? So without any further ado, let's take a look at that rating system real quick.
Memory lane rating system loading. 1-star rating equals horrible, real bad, trash. 2-star rating equals fair, good Randall, worth playing once. 3-star rating equals great, must own, possible hidden gem.
And there you go, you got 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star. For the Sega Master System ratings, down below each game that we show off today, we want you to give your opinion and your rating on these games. 1 star, 2 star, or 3 star. So without any further ado, let's check out some more TV show and movie games for the Sega Master System. I almost said Sega Saturn. And here we are playing the Terminator for the Sega Master System. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger right there on the front cover, awesome looking. It's another one of those games that came out only in Europe and Brazil. Very unfortunate. Well, it would have been nice to have more games on the Master System in the United States, but for some reason, that did not happen. The box art looks pretty cool, and you have the Terminator logo right there on the very top. And there's been a few Terminator games that came out like on the NES and various different consoles, but we never got any of the Terminator games on the Master Systems in the US. So I'm curious to see how this stacks up to like the NES Terminator games. Let's head over to the Sega Master System and let's check out the Terminator. Let's see how good it is. Alright, so right away when you put the Terminator into your Sega Master System, it almost looks like you're about to watch a movie. It looks like the opening to the actual Terminator movie. It looks pretty cool. You have the actual Terminator logo panning in the background with opening credits, and then eventually the title screen pops up, the Terminator, and it says press fire to play. And before you go into various different levels, it gives you like an objective or a story. And here is an example of what the opening level looks like right here. And right away at first glance, this game visually looks really, really good. It looks like a 16-bit game, kinda. Looks really awesome. I am a huge fan of the graphics. Looks really, really good. But when you play this game, you're gonna die a lot. So the best way to put it, this game is like the Ghosts and Ghouls, Ghosts and Goblins version of a movie game right here. This is the Terminator, but think of it as like Ghosts and Goblins, because that's how difficult this game is. You're gonna have to play it over and over and over again in order to advance. And here's another example of what another level looks like. You can actually shoot weapons, which is nice. Helps out a little bit. And tons of crazy stuff happening, but again, the graphics look so good on this game. Probably visually one of the best looking Sega Master System games. The developers did a great job in that department. And check this out. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator, and very, very large scale. Looks really, really good on the Sega Master System. Definitely looks kind of 16-bit. did a great job on that. The game, however, like I said, is extremely difficult. Think of it as like a Ghosts and Goblins type of difficulty. And there is certain level designs, like this right here, that seem a little broken, where it's kind of hard to platform on this game on certain levels once you advance further into the game. And it seems like right here, this is another level. Like at first glance, okay, this level's gonna be cool. And then you have to go down the stairs again, or the ladder. And you basically have the same hashed up, recycled level designs. And that right there, and because certain portions of the level are broken, it gets a 2-star. I would love to give this a 3-star, but I can't. This would have been a great rental back in the day, like a really, really good rental. Probably would have rented a couple of times. But yeah, this game does have a few issues. Here we are, folks, playing Terminator 2 for the Sega Master System. Now, right away, the box art looks pretty cool. Probably one of the coolest looking box arts I've ever seen on the Sega Master System. You have the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger on his motorcycle right there on the box cover. It looks pretty cool. I like that a lot. You have the T2 Terminator logo right there at the very top left portion of the case. On the bottom right hand side, you have the Flying Edge logo. And of course, you have the Sega Master System logo on the other side. And the spine label looks as expected. It has the Terminator 2 logo. Pretty cool looking stuff. This is probably going to be identical to the NES game, but maybe a little different. So let's go check this game out. Terminator 2 for the Sega Master System. Alright, here we go. We got Terminator 2 for the Sega Master System. And this game was only available in Europe, just like most Master System games. And there's the title screen right there, and just like the NES version, they try to tie the movie into this game. You have Sarah Connor right there. And just as expected, this looks identical, or plays identical to the NES version. And the graphics are, of course, better, but the gameplay and the clunkiness, and this game even has even more annoying music in the background than the NES version, by the way. So you might want to play the game on mute. But yeah, the gameplay is the same. It's not that good. It's definitely not a fun Terminator game whatsoever. But you can still play the game. I guess it would have been an okay rental back in the day, so I'm not going to completely trash the game. It does look okay. I guess we're going to give it a 2-star. What do you guys think? Alright, here we go, playing T2, the arcade game for the Sega Master System. And here we have, technically, it's the light gun game for the Sega Master System, but it's not compatible with the light gun. The phaser that's available for the Sega Master System does not work with this game. That kind of sucks. But you can see the arcade cabinet on the actual box art, and you can see that it has a light gun, and you aim it towards the screen and you shoot the Terminator bots. And you can see one of the Terminator bots right there with the red eyes right there on the box art, and that looks pretty cool. You can also see Arnold Schwarzenegger on the actual arcade cabinet. And I like that they added the picture of the arcade cabinet on the box art. I think that's pretty cool. And they had the T2 logo right there on the top. So this is like the second Terminator 2 game available on the Sega Master System. Let's head over and let's check this out. Alright, here we have I guess this is the title screen right here. And this game was only available in Europe. You have a little sequence right here with the various different animations tied to the Terminator 2 movie. And then we have the main menu with the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that looks pretty cool. And here we go. This is what the gameplay looks like. We have light gun action, but you have to use the regular gamepad. Just unfortunate. It's man, if you could use a light gun on this game would be way more awesome than what it is. This game is pretty cool. I think it's not bad. But it would definitely benefit if you could use a light gun. And because of that, this game I'm only going to be able to give it a 2-star rating. It would have been a great rental back in the day, but man, they missed the spot. They should have added light gun support. That would have been so cool. What do you guys think? Alright, here we have RoboCop 3 for the Sega Master System. And right away, the box art looks pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's definitely some very fancy, awesome, action-packed looking box art. This game only came out on the Sega Master System in Europe and Brazil. In North America, we had the NES version of the game, so I believe that the NES and the Master System version are probably the same. The only difference is, well, we're going to find out what the difference is here. This game also released on the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, and the Amiga, and the Atari ST, and DOS, and Commodore 64. It released on a lot of different things. But today, we're going to check out the Master System version, and let's find out exactly how good this is, or how bad it is. For personal speaking, the NES version I didn't like too much. So let's head over to the Master System, let's check it out. And here we have the title screen for RoboCop 3. And the graphics look pretty good. I mean, look at that. You got RoboCop right there. That actually looks like a pretty darn good 8-bit version of RoboCop. And just like I expected, this looks pretty darn identical as far as the level design goes for to the NES version. Except the Master System version definitely looks better graphically, and it definitely feels like it plays better. I'm not sure what it is, but the game definitely feels much better being played on the Master System version. It's kind of weird, but it's actually true. The NES version, it was okay, I guess, but this version of the game actually feels better. It feels like the premium, better version of the game. Although I never played any other version of this game, to be honest, like the 16-bit versions or the PC or computer versions of this game. As it stands, the Master System version is like the best 8-bit version of the game in my opinion. It's a 2-star, it's worth renting. What do you guys think? I think it's actually not bad. Alright, here we are playing RoboCop vs. the Terminator for the Sega Master System. And here's another game that released only in Brazil and Europe. And this whole concept, the RoboCop vs. Terminator, this must have been a huge deal back in the day, back in the 90s. I mean, even now, seeing both of these two go at it with each other, that would be awesome on the big screen. But in a video game, here we have it. Dreams do come true. You have RoboCop vs. the Terminator in 8-bit fashion right here. This game also released on the NES, and I played the NES version once or twice. I did not really care for the NES version of the game, so I'm wondering how does this stack up on the Master System. We're going to definitely check it out. The label art is pretty cool. You got the RoboCop and Terminator logo. And you have both of them featured on the main label right there. And let's head over to the Sega Master System and let's check this game out. And here we have the title screen, RoboCop vs. Terminator, and I guess we have a little bit of a storyline right here that goes along with the actual game. And once again, we get the title screen. And pretty cool. Let's see if we can start the game right here. And right away when I started playing this game, I was like, wow, this game is pretty violent. You have a ton of blood in this game, which is quite unusual for that time. And I don't remember the NES versions of this game, the NES version of this game actually having levels like this. This definitely seemed a lot more fun than the NES version. The actual frame rate and the animation of playing as the RoboCop was actually really, really good. Some of the level designs I didn't care for too much. It was a little tricky, but nonetheless, I figured it out, and I had a lot of fun playing this. This game right here was definitely caught me by surprise. I was like, wow, this is definitely a hidden gem for me. I'm actually going to give this game a 3-star. I liked it a lot. RoboCop vs. Terminator. Highly recommend it. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be bad, but it actually ended up being pretty good. I like it a lot. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Memory Lane, and there's going to be a lot more episodes to come. And stay tuned, give a thumbs up. There will be more episodes coming soon.